Hello to all of my wonderful Scorpios. This is Queen Amun Ra coming to you with a very special reading on today. Hope you all are having a great day today, Scorpios. But then again, I know you are. We have a lot to talk about. We're going to be talking about the number 5. We're going to be talking about this waning moon, which is at now 57%. And what that means with the full moon meant to you and all of those other wonderful things. The cards that I'm using today are the Light Seers Tarot Deck card by Chris Ann. This is a general reading, by the way. If you're interested in a personal reading, please contact me at queenamunra.com and then click on select reading. These cards right here are the Sacred Self-Care cards by Jill Pyle. So we'll be pulling this at the end. But again, we're going to be talking about the number 5 today. We're also going to be talking about this waning moon, which is at, like I said, 57% right now. What that means for everybody, as well as, you know, talking about the moon and how it affects you and what some of the things that you should be thinking about. Okay, we're going to also talk a little bit about the nature of a Scorpio. So let's get right into it, Scorpio, because I know you want to see what the cards have to say. Yes, I know you want to see what the cards have to say, Scorpio. First of all, I want you all to say, I am a Scorpio. Yes, indeed, I am a Scorpio. I am focused. I am brave. I am loyal. I am faithful. I am ambitious, and I'm resourceful. I am passionate. I am a true friend. Yes, and sometimes you all can be stubborn. That's that fixed energy in you. That's you, Leo, Aquarius, and Taurus. That's that fixed energy. But you can be stubborn sometimes. And stubborn means that you can allow people to stay in your energy space for longer than they should, because you all by default are natural nurturers. Yes, yes, yes. Let's get into your reading. Most High God in the universe, please give me a special reading for my Scorpios as it relates to every area of their lives, specifically in areas of power and intellect, money and wealth, creativity and emotions, and spirituality, and where they need to take action. What information do we have for my wonderful Scorpios? Yes, indeed. Let's see what we have, Scorpios. Let's see what the cards have to say. Let me make sure my camera is positioned so you can actually see the cards. Hold on for just a second. Let's see if we can just kind of put this up here a little bit so that way you can really see the cards as I put them out. Right. Let's see. Make a little bit more room over here so we can see. Yes, here we go. We have the 9 of Pentacles. So you can get in close. The 9 of Pentacles. I see financial independence for you all. I see you're sleeping better. You know, your sleep is getting a lot better. I see right now that you have learned a lot on your long and arduous path, right? To healing. Yes, learned a lot on your long and arduous path to healing. I also see perfect synergy for you in the workplace, which is great. I even see you tapping more into loving yourselves, right? You sailed away from some relationships, but look at your ancestors here guiding you, and they're behind you. They're all around you, making sure even though you may be disappointed, you're still taken care of. You're still taken care of. I want to talk a little bit more about that as far as ancestors and stuff go, watching over you, making sure you are protected. This card right here, the Lover's card, is a card about duality first and foremost, right? This is your divine masculine to your divine feminine, right? This is you giving yourself the nurturing that you deserve, Scorpio. Yeah. Usually when people talk about, when I do personal readings and people want to, well, who is there? Do I have a new love coming into my life? And I assure them first and foremost, yes, that new love is you. Because this is all about you being whole and complete, not looking for another person outside of yourself to complete you. You're already complete, right, Scorpios? Of course you are. Absolutely, right? You're all those wonderful things. And remember, your planet, Pluto, is the planet of transformation and power. This is you tapping into your transformative power, right? And so, yeah, let's talk a little bit about the number 5. Let's talk about the number 5 and the significance of the number 5. A lot of times people talk about stepping into vibration of numbers. Number 5 is a pivotal point in your life, right? When we talk about the number 5, how we're going to introduce the number 5 into this particular reading for you all. And then we're also going to talk about this waning moon, because that's also important too. But again, you all are now deeply, madly in love with yourselves. And that's a wonderful thing. This is about self-care. This is not about being selfish. It's not about being conceited or whatever negativity people want to attach to, may want to attach to it. This is about you falling deeper in love with yourselves, sailing away from things that don't serve your highest purpose, right? You've had time during the full moon for everything to be exposed, both internally and externally, right? So now that things have been exposed, now it is okay. Now it's time for me to take inventory, right? Yes. So we know that the waning moon just means that the moon is partially illuminated and it's decreasing in size, right? That's the illusion that it gives. If you go out tonight and look at the moon in the sky, it looks like it's decreasing in size, right? The waning moon actually represents a time of reflection, purging, and decluttering, okay? Yes, it's also time to let go of things that no longer serve your highest power. It's also a time to focus on putting together a gratitude list. It also means that your energy could be slowing down, because right now you're thinking about going introspection mode, thinking about, okay, so let me do some checks and balances. Let me find out, where I can make some adjustments in my own life, right? So this is the time to tweak. This is the time to hone in on things that serve your highest purpose, and also a time to adjust wherever necessary. Yes, you're preparing for the new moon that starts February the 11th. That's what you're in preparation for, right? So let's talk about the number 5 for just a second. Let's just talk about the number 5 for a second. The number 5, when we talk about root numbers, meaning from 1 to 9, number 5 is in the middle of that, right? 5 is a visual representation of a pivot point, meaning it represents versatility, movement, decisions, risk, new beginning of some kind. And so when you've sailed away from things that have hurt you, yeah, you may be sleeping a little bit better, but also know that other wonderful things are coming to you. They're being released to you from the universe, like this self-love. A lot of times people date people or in a relationship with people thinking, okay, this person matches me perfectly. This is my yin to my yang, but that's who you are. You are your own yin to your yang. You are your twin flame. You are your own twin flame, right? You're your own soulmate. So this is about time for you to be by yourselves. And I'm not talking to everybody. This message is not going to resonate with everybody, because some people are in very happy, healthy relationships. I am not talking to you. I am talking to people who are no longer in some of those relationships. And again, it's not always a romantic love relationship. It really could be a relationship where you just feel like, you know what, it's time for us to go our separate ways. It could be a family relationship with somebody that you really, really love, right? It could be a family relationship. It could be a best friend relationship or whatever, but that you had to sail away from it and you're disappointed that things couldn't go further. But guess what? You're covered on all sides. Look at the birds here. Look at them there. You're covered on all sides. You're fine. You will be just fine. When I say you are fine, you are fine. You may feel like I will be fine, but I'm telling you that you are right now. Number 5 is also naturally connected to higher consciousness by virtue of their keen sense of freedom and adventure. Number 5s are also the ultimate multitaskers, right? Yes. Talking about stepping into the vibration of numbers. Also, the 5 people are agents of change for others. Their enthusiasm and their daring personality is what's very attractive to other people, because they're vibrating at their highest frequency, right? When relationships end, for a minute you may start to play over in your mind what that person said to you, what you said to them, and so on and so forth. But the truth of the matter is that you continue to vibrate high to get all the things that the universe is trying to release to you. And what I'm also starting to get, messages that are coming through when I say you're in your transformative state too, is that, when we talk about the moon, you all are empaths, Scorpio. What is it that your ancestors have been trying to get through to you? What messages have they been trying to get through to you during this period? Are you all paying attention? Are you all listening, right? This is getting to the root of everything. Like, what are your ancestors trying to tell you? What are your thoughts about your past lives? Like, I always usually have tons of books up here, just to help people through trying to help people through, because a lot of people will ask me, well, what book did you read? And I usually have my books up here, right? but this going through this process, this transformation that you're in, it doesn't have to feel like a death in a sense where you just feel like you lost something and you can't get past it. This is a loss in order to gain something. This is a death rebirth situation. So even if you lost the body that you felt was your twin flame, you know, in a relationship, this is something in you that's being reborn, something beautiful and new. Like I said, that purging process, right? Which is not a lot of fun, but this is about also being excited moving forward, doing some major cleaning out, some like people consider it as spring cleaning, right? Even though we know it's not spring, you know, at least you know, it's not in this area, it's not springtime yet. And so this is like the alchemical, you know, like transformation, which is not always, doesn't always feel like it's a harmonious thing. It's not all, it doesn't always feel like it's like you feel sane. It doesn't always feel comfortable, right? Or sometimes it just doesn't feel like quiet conversations that's going on in your spirit. But this is also listening to your intuition, the God in you, right? This is about your transformation into your highest self, meaning that you got to remove all the clutter from your space that doesn't speak to your highest vibration. Again, it's a very pivotal point in your life, right? Also, when you meet people too, Scorpio, this is you also, and this is not even, we're not even talking about romantic relationships, because again, not everybody's interested in being in a romantic relationship. Some people are just trying to figure out, okay, how come people around me who I thought were my friends are stabbing me in the back? People that I've known for years. So it's not always about a romantic relationships. And this is about, so you balancing out your own energy too, Scorpio, saying, okay, listen, I've sailed away from some relationships and I'm sleeping better. While I was in it, I wasn't sleeping that well, right? Because this is the Four of Swords. But now that I'm out and I've sailed away from it, I'm sleeping better. So I'm on to something. I may miss that person, but I'm actually I've gained some sleep, right? I've gained some rest and some peace. Absolutely. And then look at this. You may have lost in a relationship, but guess what else you've gained? You've gained a lot of wisdom and knowledge about yourself and about them, what you will and what you won't accept. Again, tapping into your divine masculine side of your energy. This is you, divine feminine. This is you tapping into your divine masculine side of your energy. Yes, let's see what else the cards have to say. But yes, and also because Scorpios, you're divine feminine and your energy is cyclic, you all are great at knowing when people are being honest with you and when they're lying to you up front. When you know that a person is lying to you, that's your cue to say, okay, I know my intuition has not lied to me when a person has lied to me before, so I'm going to trust my intuition. Yes, yeah, yes. And so when people are telling you things about themselves, you want to know the story in detail. You don't want people to leave out certain things. So yes, this is you being in your very curious nature, asking those questions up front. This is you tapping into your divine masculine energy, right? You also enjoy social affairs and places where you can kind of sort of associate with, people, successful people, to be quite honest. You want to make sure all those things are kind of sort of out front. I'm talking about your energy. You don't have to tell every single thing about yourself, but you know what I'm saying? It's just like, you don't want to get to a place where a person is like, they're grabbing for straws with you, where they're trying to nitpick and find things to kind of pierce you with to try to get you to vibrate low, Scorpio. You see what I'm saying? Like, this is you fully tapping into your divine masculine side so that relationships don't necessarily have to end like this where you're feeling disappointed. And so one of the things, the feedback is, even though I get a lot of positive feedback about Scorpios, believe it or not, I know some of y'all are like, that's not what some of the comments be saying, but some of them are from cross watchers who may also be good people, but they weren't able to really see the good in you and the fact that you all are so loyal, right? Here we go, Page of Wands. This is how things end up for you, just feeling like you have this childlike exuberance. So go through these phases, like the moon goes through phases, right? Right now, the phase of the moon is a waning gibbous moon, but nevertheless, this is a time to declutter. Yes. That's what's happening with you right now. We have the Knight of Pentacles as well. Right now, you're focused on your money, and that's what you should be focused on, is your money. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. We also have the King of Swords. Things are a whole lot clearer for you now. Now that you sailed away, look at all the things that you've gained. You've gained clarity of thought. You have gained, your money is looking better. You are sleeping better. You know, you have gained a lot of wisdom and knowledge along that long and arduous path. And you have lost your headache. You're no longer feeling like this, like we're in a hostile environment. You've lost that headache, right? Just from sailing away. And guess what? That person is going to try to come back. You may be thinking about that person, but guess what? They're thinking about you. But guess what? They may try to come back. But for you, you're like, I don't think so. I would not accept you back even if you paid me. I still wouldn't accept you back. Or even if I saw a pig with wings. See this pig with wings? Yeah, I still wouldn't accept you back. Doesn't mean that it makes you a bad person, Scorpio. It just means, you know what? I've done the self-work, the healing. I'm listening to my ancestors and my spirit guides. I'm interested now in a more spiritual approach to my life. I'm looking towards doing things for me that serve my highest purpose. Yes. And I'm going to tell you something. It's nothing like getting messages from your ancestors, Scorpio, right? Where they're speaking to you and speaking through you and showing you all kinds of signs, and you're getting fascinated about all these wonderful things. So yeah, you don't have time to move backwards. This is a time for you to continue moving forward and listen to the messages that your ancestors are trying to get to you. Yes. Look at this. Somebody else got this. Make a meal, right? 3 + 2 is 5. Again, it's a very pivotal point in your life. Yeah, very pivotal point to your growth, your transformation, getting your power back, right? Stepping into that power position in your life, actually where you rightfully belong, in a very powerful position in your life, right? Not everybody is going to get along, right? So this is the time where there's a lot of incredible insight happening right now, right? And so this is where you're shifting at your soul level and just kind of sort of allowing the moon to bring upon healing and growth, right? You know, looking at things like, where do you need to heal exactly? This is actually, this transformation period doesn't always feel good, but guess what? On the other side of it, Scorpio, whoo. So like I said, make yourself a nice, healthy meal, you know, and just celebrate all that you are, Scorpio. And just knowing that, hey, sometimes people are not on the same frequency. It doesn't make them a bad person, doesn't make you a bad person. But guess what? For you, Scorpio, since this is your reading, this transformation is the best thing that could have ever happened to you, because now you're stepping into who you've always been. That's what I have for you, Scorpios. Have a great one. Bye.